Have you ever noticed someone who just doesn't compare themselves while everyone around them is tracking likes, salaries, and timelines? They seem unbothered, almost immune. Marcus Aurelius figured this out 2,000 years ago, and what he discovered explains why comparison is destroying your peace and exactly how to stop. Let me explain. Marcus Aurelius was emperor of Rome, the most powerful person on earth. He had everything society says you should want, and yet he spent his private journals wrestling with envy, distraction, and the pull to measure himself against others. From those journals, the meditations, he developed a philosophy that explains exactly why we compare and why it always leaves us empty. Here's what he understood that most people still miss today. Principle 1: how much time he gains who does not look to see what his neighbor says or does. Here's what that actually means. Every second you spend measuring yourself against someone else is a second stolen from actually becoming who you want to be. Marcus understood that comparison isn't motivation, it's a distraction dressed as motivation. Think about it. You open Instagram for inspiration, and 20 minutes later, you feel behind on a life you didn't even want yesterday. This is why self-focused people outperform comparison-driven people every single time. Principle 2: never esteem anything as of advantage to you that will make you break your word or lose your self-respect. In practical terms, chasing someone else's timeline means abandoning your own. The psychology here is crucial. External comparison floods you with cortisol. Internal benchmarking builds genuine confidence. Most people measure success by how far ahead they are of others, but Marcus would tell you you're not in their race. You never were. And that small shift changes everything. Principle 3: everything we hear is an opinion, not a fact. Everything we see is a perspective, not the truth. This one hits different. You're comparing your behind the scenes to everyone else's trailer. You know that feeling when someone's life looks effortless from the outside and it just makes yours feel heavier. Marcus understood the performance is not the person. You're not falling behind. You're not less than. You're just seeing their best angle and forgetting they have all the same angles you do. Principle 4: receive without pride, relinquish without struggle. Now this is where it gets interesting. Comparison only hurts because you first agreed that what they have is what you should want. Everyone tells you to dream bigger, want more, raise the bar, but Marcus said the opposite. Question whether you want it at all or whether you just want it because they have it. Because desire borrowed from someone else's life is a cage, not a goal. And when you try this, comparison loses its grip instantly. And the fifth principle changes everything. Confine yourself to the present. Comparison is always about the wrong time, like their past wins, their future potential, your imagined gap. This isn't about delusion or refusing to grow. It's about realizing that your only job in this moment is to be fully in your own life. Marcus ruled an empire, faced plagues, and buried children. He had every reason to spiral. Instead, he returned again and again to the present, and you can too, starting right now. So next time you catch yourself spiraling through someone else's feed, remember what Marcus Aurelius understood 2,000 years ago. You were never behind. You were just looking at the wrong scoreboard. He figured this out on a battlefield. Human nature hasn't changed, just the distractions. If you want more philosophy that actually applies to your life, subscribe, because here we don't just read the classics, we live them.